Alright guys, this is going to be a show on how to build your own stair risers. So my stairs are going to go up right there and they're going to end on that landing. So first thing you need to do is figure out your rise and your run. So my subfloor is going to sit on top of those eye joists, which is 3/4 inches, and then there's going to be a 3/4 inch hardwood on top of that. So I have to add 1.5 inches to that measurement. So I need to take my measurement from the top of the eye joist to the finished floor, and then I need to add 1.5 inches, which gives me a rise of 9 feet 11 5/8 inches. So I wrote that down. My run is going to go from there, and I want it to roughly stop right here, which is 14 feet 4 inches, which I can play with that a little bit depending on what my treads end up being. So first things, get your rise and your run. Now that we have that, take your rise and divide it by the height of your stair riser that you want, which I like about a 7.5 inch riser. So I divided that measurement by 7.5 and I got 16 steps. So if you have your rise, divide that by, I want a 7.5 inch rise, and I divided my rise by the riser height and I got 16 steps. So knowing that I got 16 steps, I can divide my run, I can convert that into inches and divide it by 16, which gives me an 11.5 inch tread, which is pretty awesome. So now that we know that, we can kind of lay out the stairs. I kind of draw a rough drawing, and this is with 16 steps. The thing that you have to keep in mind next is, once you have that figured out, is your landing. This is going to be a straight run, and this is the top of the upstairs, and that is going to act as a step. So since I know that's going to act as a step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 7.5 inches from my rise, which gets me down to 9 4 5/8, because this is the landing here, which I'm just going to basically cross that off, and now I'm to 15 steps, if that makes sense. So since the upstairs is going to act as my 16th step, I'm going to subtract 7.5 inches, and my rise is now 9 4 5/8. My run stays the same, but now I'm dealing with a 15 step versus a 16 step. Hopefully that makes sense. So I kind of draw it out. Got my run is 14.4, my rise is 9 4 5/8. That roughly gets me 11.5 inch treads and 7.5 inch risers, which is perfect. Alright, so now that we know our rise and run, we can start laying out the stairs on the 2x12. And I don't have buttons on my stair square, so you just got to be really precise. And I like to start at the top of the stair, so I have a 7.5 inch rise, so I'll put 7.5 inches at the edge of the board here. I'll find 11.5 here. Make sure those are right at the edge. I'll make my mark. Then you got to move down, and you just keep doing that all the way down. 7.5, 11.5, 7.5, 11.5. Make your mark. Obviously this would be a lot quicker if you had the buttons on your square. I don't know why, I have never bought them, I just haven't. So I'm just going to continue doing this all the way down the board until I get 15 steps. I usually get my 2x12s a little longer than I need, that way I can leave a little space at the top and at the bottom. So see, I got them all marked out, all the way down, and then at the bottom, all right, floor. Now I'm going to show you guys another way to do this that pretty much guarantees you won't screw it up. So I'm going to make a template, and I'll show you. So another way you can do this is take yourself a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, or any plywood, and actually I don't want to use this one because this has got I don't need it. Make sure it's square, and you're going to mark your rise 7.5 and your run 11.5. Connect those lines. So I'm making 7.5 up, 11.5 run, connect them, and now I'm going to cut that off. Anyway, so you got your template, 7.5 by 11.5. And then instead of measuring every single one out, you could get the same result by just using your template. You start with your template, you put the flush edge even, and then you can just mark your lines. And you go to the next one, line the edge up here. Mark your lines, and so on and so forth. And then you get a consistent step all the way down if you don't have like buttons on your square. This is just a quick and easy way to mark out stairs if you want. Is to make a template the size of your rise and your run, and then you can just run it right down the board, and it makes it quick and easy. So that's just another way you can do it outside of a square. So guys, not only is this template a really good way to mark all your stairs, but it's also a great way, if you do mark it out with a square, to go back and check to make sure you didn't mess up in any way. So you can just slide down the board with your template, making sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Alright guys, so this is the top. So this is going to get cut straight down. So since this is the first stair, you have to take the thickness of your treads and subtract it from the rise. So mine are going to be 1.5 inches, so I subtract 1.5 inches from 7.5, and that gives me 6. So when I put my first tread on, the step will be 7.5 inches. Hopefully that makes sense. Once I get it on the floor, the first one set, it'll make sense. If you didn't subtract this would be 7.5 inches, then you throw your first tread on, now you're at 9-inch step. That won't work. So the bottom step you always got to subtract your tread thickness from that step. So I'm going to cut this off here, and I'm going to make that cut at the top, and then I'll do a test fit. And then I make sure that my rise and run are going to be level. You can see that, just level. And now I'm good to cut it out. I'm going to cut that out, and then I'll make 3 more. All right, now we've got 1 cut out. I got 3 more to cut. I'll bring in my boards, overlay this, and then what I do is I square up the end, put a screw in. You know, depending on your boards, these are pretty straight, so I got one in the middle, and then I got one in the end. So now I'll trace my lines. I'll do that to all 3 boards, and then get them all cut out, and then we'll start putting them up. All right, so a couple other side notes when you're using a board to trace. Use your first board that you cut to mark all the other boards. Make sure your pencil's sharp, and then you want to mark it right in that corner. And then when you cut it out, you just want to erase that line with your saw. Just barely erase the line with your saw, and then they'll all be pretty much identical. Got them all marked. Now it's time to cut them all and get them up. Alright, so we got that first stringer spaced out 1.5 inches, and that's for drywall and my trim board. Got it spaced at the bottom, middle, and top. And then I got a 2x4 going across here with temporarily tacked up here. And then there will be a load-bearing wall somewhere right in here, because this will be a closet or something. And then down here, I notched the bottom, and this board will get anchored to the concrete, and that way this bottom of the stairs will be good and solid. But it'll be a nice wide staircase. So I'm gonna get the other stringers up there, and then I'm gonna start putting some temporary treads on there so I can start getting plywood up to the top. Alright, so I got all of the temporary treads are cut. I'll just screw them on so I can get them off pretty easy. But man, these feel pretty nice. And into the upstairs. Got a lot of framing to do up here. This is gonna be sweet. Alright, well here's my stairs. I got a temporary railing going up just so when the kids are going up and down, they don't fall off. I got a little wall in here to help support in the middle, but I'll also have some kind of room right here. There's just so much space there. Probably do some built-in drawers right here eventually. And then up here, the only thing I got to do is I got to get some hangers. I like to put metal hangers on those just as an extra measure, so I'll do that. And then once I get to the point where I'm finishing these off, I'll take you through that. These are just temporary treads I got on here. This is 46.5 inches wide because I had to set 1.5 inches off the wall. But what I like to do is I like to keep my two middle bit closer together because primarily that's where everybody's going to be running up and down the stairs. But these are definitely super solid. You can see where I notched and then bolted this green treated board to the floor. That keeps that nice and solid. But when you're making stairs, don't worry about the angle. A lot of people get caught up on the angle. All you have to worry about is your rise and your run, number of stairs, keeping them the right height and length, and the angle will take care of itself. So appreciate you guys watching, and the next episode we will cover, let's see, what will we cover? We'll catch you on that one.